Hey guys, Chris Crazyhouse here again with some more Chris Crazy commentary. So this was inevitable, I guess, and that was me talking about this new idea of a black Superman. I've mentioned it before in some of my older videos here on this channel of Hollywood and Warner Brothers specifically getting ready to prepare to do another Superman movie franchise, but this time with a black person or a black male as Superman. And I've seen a lot of uproar from the fandom community out there, and I'm of two minds about it, and I want to give my perspective here because I do believe it's actually very unique based on some of the other commentary that I've seen on social media, especially on YouTube, about this subject. But before I get to that, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you like my videos and make sure you go ahead and hit that notification bell. That way you're able to be notified anytime I upload any new content onto this channel, whether that content be commentary, artwork, or animation. So that is out of the way. And also, if you want to support this channel, you can always go ahead and become a Patreon of Chris Crazyhouse. For $5 a month, you can receive exclusive content that is only featured on my Patreon. So that is exclusive artwork that I create and will only be available on there, such as exclusive coloring pages, clip art, and artwork that you can download and use for the background of your computer, your laptop, or your mobile device. Also, if you want to support the channel, you can just go ahead to my Chris Crazyhouse online store and you can purchase my merchandise. And my merchandise are my coloring books, my comic books, my posters, and my stickers will all be available on my online store. Links will be in the description as well as the comments section. And as always, if you would like to purchase my coloring books in another format, you can always get them on Amazon.com. So now that my little plug is out of the way for all my good stuff, let's talk about Black Superman, shall we? So just as a overall overarching commentary, I will say that I am not a fan of having a black Superman in any type of movie or popular media. Okay, I've always explained this before in that as a black male myself, and as a black male who not only creates content but also one that knows where to find great content that features black characters, I don't need a black person to have the hand-me-down Superman outfit on in order for me to feel validated. I really don't. And what's ridiculous about this is that Warner Brothers has a ton of actual black characters that they could pull from and do movies about. But what they'd rather do is create a token version of Superman. And I can tell you that I don't want to see that. I know that a lot of the fandom who are just fans of DC Comics do not want to see that. A lot of people who are fans of comic book movies or just a fan of Superman do not want to see that. But Warner Brothers seems to be very hard-headed and will just do it anyway. And to me, it's almost very insulting, as almost as a way to pander to a black audience out there. It's like, oh, well, we want these black people's money. Let's just give them a black Superman, and we're just going to run to the theaters and support it. That's not why black people ran to the theaters to support Black Panther. Black Panther is a traditional black character and has a long history in the comics, as well as a great world building and lore that black people were able to latch on to. If they decide to make Superman black, that lore is not going to be there. Okay, they're just going to transfer the race and I guess transfer the lore of what's going on in Superman before, and just race bend it. And like I said, that's very insulting. That's not something that the original creators, obviously, they didn't intend for that. And it doesn't lend anything to the character whatsoever. In fact, like I said, it's almost a waste of time and energy. And I've seen everyone from, your typical YouTube and online commentators have a hissy fit about it. I've even seen the last actor to play Superman, Henry Cavill. Apparently he's been upset about it as well. And from what I understand, they made this announcement on his actual birthday. So he probably saw this as a slap in the face, right? Okay, cool. So that's my overall feeling on there being a Superman movie with a black person as Superman. However, let me just say this, and this is where I differ from a lot of the people doing commentary on this subject. In my opinion, it's a little hypocritical to get too bent out of shape over this, especially if you are a person of Caucasian persuasion. You're getting upset about the race bending or the darkening of a classically white character. You're getting upset about this, and this is a fictional character, but for century upon century, you've portrayed characters who are people of color. You portrayed them as white. And that goes to historical characters that you can actually do research on, entire races of people, whether it be the ancient Egyptians or the Moors or the Carthaginians. You portrayed them as white for God knows how long, but now you want to get upset about a fictional superhero character being portrayed as black. Worst of all, you've portrayed God as white. I mean, going back as far as a Renaissance, and this was done intentionally as not just a Renaissance in art, but it was meant to be a Renaissance in thought and in propaganda. You portrayed God as white, because before that he was not. Even the so-called Christian religion that took on the principles and the teachings of Jesus Christ, he was not portrayed as white until you got a hold of it and decided as a political decision and as a way to almost control people to portray God as white. And you use that image to, how can I say this in a nice way? I don't know if there's even a nice way to say this, but to mind fornicate or mind screw the peoples of the world to believe that you were God. So, when you have a history like that, where that image was used as a way to mess with the minds of the people around the globe. Now, the funny thing, what will happen is if I bring up the whole idea of, Jesus being portrayed as white, or the Egyptians being white, or the Moors being white, then the response that I get from the same people who are butthurt and upset over this Superman thing, the response that I'll get from them is, race doesn't matter, right? They'll tell you that race doesn't matter. Race is only a social construct. It doesn't matter. We're all humans, bro. Why are you bringing up race? Why are you talking about race? What does it matter if the Egyptians are white or black, or the Moors are white or black, or if Jesus is white or black? We're all humans, right? See, that I have a problem with that. You can't get upset about one, and then when I get upset about certain things, you can't then try to turn it on me and make it seem like there's something wrong with me for even bringing it up. You can't make it seem as if I'm causing trouble when I bring it up, but with you have a valid reason and a valid concern, especially when we're talking about actual historical record where things are actually taught to people systematically in school and everywhere else, and on TV and everywhere else, and is implanted into people's minds about how the racial makeup of a certain person. And and your only concern is with a fictional comic book character. Granted, a very well known one of the original superheroes, I'll give you that. But still, at the end of the day, Superman is just a fictional comic book character. You've changed people's mindset on religion and the history of the known world and put it in your favor. So if you would say that that's not important, if race is not important in that regard, then you can't expect me to get all upset and bent out of shape about Superman being a different color either. See what I'm saying? So it's got to be either one or the other. You can't have it both ways. While I don't like this idea of a black Superman, I don't need it, I don't want it, I'm not really getting too bent out of shape about it either. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one of these people who's going to cry over it. If it comes out, I'm just not going to go watch it. This is not going to get my money or attention. But I'm also not crying tears over it either. And it's not going to upset me or affect me one way or the other. The only thing I can say to my Caucasian brethren who might be offended by it or who might have a problem with it, is eventually you'll get over it. If I've had to get over the fact that Jesus Christ is portrayed as white, if I've had to get over the fact that the ancient Egyptians are portrayed as white, if I had to get over the idea that Hannibal of Carthage and the Moors are portrayed as white, I think you'll be okay with Superman being black. Okay, that's not going to be too much of a blow to your ego, or maybe it will. Who knows, right? The only thing I will say is, don't get too bent out of shape about it. I think you'll be able to handle this type of race bending. So I would ask everyone's opinion on this. I already know probably what my audience is going to say, but if you have a difference of opinion, you're free to make it, as long as you do it cordially and without being too rude to me or anyone else in the comment section. But I'd like to hear what you have to say here. And like I said, you're not going to see me online or buying a ticket to see a black Superman movie. You're just not. To me, that's corny. It's ridiculous. It's a waste of time and money. And I feel bad for whoever the actor is that they picked to portray Superman. That Negro is going to catch hell. I feel bad for him already. So whoever that is, God bless you, man. But you're going to catch all types of hell. If you thought the black girl playing Batwoman caught hell, just wait till you show up. You're really going to catch hell when you show up as Black Superman. Just wait for that, okay? And like I said, it's going to be rough on you, bro. I'm just letting you know that. So, you guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I very much like to hear your opinions on this subject. Anyway, Chris Crazyhouse signing out. Peace.